Good morning. My name is Arika Wells. I am the chair of Women United. I'd like to welcome you to the 17th annual Business Breakfast. The Business Breakfast is critical to our work to support early childhood education because it pairs two unique communities, the education community and our amazing business leaders.
I'm Pat Sneezek with Sun Street Mortgage. The Literacy Champion Award recognizes teachers who go above and beyond their call of duty in the classroom. We always do our best to support the local community in every way. We find great value in that. Teachers are no different than our military, no different than our first responders. They do not get enough appreciation, enough gratitude, and we need to step that up and recognize them more. Students are the future of tomorrow. Sun Street is proud to be asked to be a sponsor for the Literacy Champion Teachers Award. We feel it's a great honor and thank them for all they do in the classroom.
High quality early education is a good investment because it helps to enable the children to be ready to learn by the time they enter into kindergarten, and it makes a difference to have the quality versus just maybe daycare without the educational and socialization component. I'm Helene Levy, the Executive Director of Diamond Foundation, and through the period of time that United Way has invested in early education in our community, many more facilities and homes that have quality childcare, early childcare, the growth has been exponential. The funding that's provided to United Way helps to provide educational opportunities for people who want to go into quality education and be early education leaders.
The Literacy Champion Awards are the unique opportunity that we have to support, acknowledge, and recognize teachers doing the important work of literacy here in Tucson. We are proud to honor and recognize two extraordinary teachers this year for the Literacy Champion Awards, Christina Baker and Wendy Goodman. Congratulations on being our 2022 Literacy Champions.
My name is Christina Baker. I am a first grade teacher at Roadrunner Elementary, and I have been working as a teacher for 14 years. I wanted to be a preschool teacher originally, and then I went and got my degree in early childhood. And as I did that, I realized I really liked reading. So I went and got a master's degree in reading so that I could become a reading specialist. And I was a reading specialist for 10 years before I realized I wanted to go back into the classroom and have that family that you get from being in the classroom. So I found the most successful thing for building that passion for reading is having an amazing library of books for them to choose from. That's really important to me, and that does build such a love for reading. I'm proud to be recognized for my work in literacy. I do work really hard to make it so that my kids love to read. I spend countless dollars on books. And some of these books that I have in my library, in my classroom, were books that I read with my kids when they were little. So it means a lot. One of the biggest challenges we have as teachers is our classroom libraries. It's very expensive to buy books, and we don't always have budgets. I've probably spent thousands of dollars. I always teach after school, and all of the money that I get from teaching after school, I put into my library in my classroom. I determine success in my students by how they feel about reading. It's more than a score. I want them to be proud of themselves. I want them to love reading. And when they do love reading and they're volunteering to read stories to me, that to me is success.
My name is Wendy Goodman, and I'm the preschool teacher here at Cragen Elementary School. I've been teaching in Tucson Unified School District since the early 1980s. I think this is my 39th year in the district. I can't tell you what inspired me because I was always going to be a teacher. I just knew I was going to be a teacher, but my parents are in education. Growing up, it was always, what kind of teacher was I going to be? Was I going to be a science teacher? Was I going to be a math teacher? And then I became enamored with how you help individuals who have different needs. And so I started more in the direction of working with kids who are differently abled. Early education right now is very important in ways that it wasn't before. And for a variety of reasons, we've become more and more isolated. And so we need to create situations in which the children can be curious and safe. We need to create situations in which the kids can socialize, again, safely. And so early childhood programs provide that role. Beyond child care, we want quality child care and quality preschool programs where the children are doing valuable things. And when they see ants walking across the sidewalk, we don't say, oh, look, ant starts with the letter A, but we get out magnifying glasses and we all look at the ants and we try and figure out where they're going. The biggest success is sharing the love of reading, loving books. So I find the books that connect with the preschoolers that also connect with me. And I use a lot of folk tales and fairy tales because, the Three Little Pigs, it just sings with preschoolers. And there's that repetitive language, or the Billy Goat's Gruff, or Where the Wild Things Are. This past week we were doing Jack and the Beanstalk, and now we're doing some others. The book I read today was King Bedgood's in the Bathtub, which has this incredibly rich language. And then the illustrations are like oil paintings, which the kids will then pore over, and we'll come back to that story again. There's a lot of special moments. I've been doing this for a long time. My most recent one was one of the little boys in this class. He came into the class, has a different language at home that's such a minority language, there's nobody in Tucson that translates it. And his evaluation said that he had maybe a vocabulary of 40 to 50 words in his native language and in English, and it presented him as a child with very, very little going for him. Within the first day he was here, I could see that he was putting the alphabet letters in order, that he was counting the numbers. He went over to my hundreds chart and pointed to all the numbers and counted them in English. And then I realized that he was reading. And it's those moments where you realize that every child has this gem inside. You just need to have them in the right situation for them to show you what they know and how smart they are. And he's my inspiration right now.